and welcome back to Time to Roll's Campaign 1. This is episode 37. My name is Zach Browning. Nice to see all of you here. We don't have many announcements today, and we have a lot to get into. You can go check out our podcasts. They're on every single podcasting software. Play anywhere you find your podcast. That's where you'll find us. And also, don't forget that we post on Monday on YouTube, this full stream if you want to try to catch up. I want to make something everyone very aware that I'm aware of the audio syncing issue that has plagued probably episode 24 to like episode 30. That's hopefully been fixed. I can't fix it in post-production. It's just how Twitch encoded the video whenever I downloaded it. And there's nothing I could do about it. So for those that are trying to watch those back, I would just plug in some headphones and just listen and use theater of mind, because it's honestly really bad and I can't believe it happened. It just sucks, but I digress. Anyways, we should get into it. You want to check out TimeToRole.com. That's where all of our merch is. I've been trying to work on some new stuff. It's just that I've been busy as hell. But that's all I got. So let's hop into it. I really hope these guys aren't mousy speaking right now, and it scares me. Fine, let's just do it.
Why would you do that?
Go to reddit.com/r/sounding. You can watch people do it to themselves.
Yeah. You do not want to do that. It's like having a reverse kidney stone.
Why the hell would you do that in the first place? I mean, to each their own, but like, what? I want to know why. Why did you? What enticed you?
Oh no!
I don't care that we're live.
And worst description of that I have ever heard.
like seriously, who would want that? I mean, more power to you if you like sounding, right? But if you
no
don't,
power.
Makes
what are you talking about?
Sense why? No, they're allowed to like it, right?
I mean, they're allowed to like it, but it's just fucking.
It's just weird. Like, I don't want to stick nothing up there.
So how are you guys doing today? This is weird. Maybe we just turn this into a just chatting stream, like just me and you, right? Corgan, how you doing today, buddy? We're supposed to play D&D. Okay. Let's do this. Good. Good to hear.
My brother in Christ, I was like 10.
Boy, you're 10?
I wasn't that old. I just tried it. Like I barely got maybe like half a centimeter in there, and I'm like, nah, this ain't it.
At 10, that's the whole way.
Children.
Yeah, pretty far, actually.
Children.
No. That's half a fucking centimeter, bro. That's like nothing. 5 millimeters.
Pretty good for your first time.
That first and only time, my brother.
Yeah, where are you at now? Oh my, we're live. Zach is like...
Yeah, don't worry. He'll make a TikTok out
Welcome
of
to the sounding stream, everyone.
Well, there goes my new
Beep
job.
takes 25 points of necrotic damage.
I'm dead. Goodbye, guys.
Okay. Are you guys are we?
Not dead, actually.
You guys ready to play Dungeons and Dragons, or are we gonna keep talking about whatever the fuck you guys are talking about?
Sounding. Do you not know what that is?
I know what that is, Austin. You said it. It doesn't need to be said.
Well, what is it?
I don't.
Oh. Do you want an explanation again? I can tell you.
Anyways, this is Time to Roll, a channel where we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Do we?
Sometimes. Okay. So to give the brief recap, if you guys are ready, are you sure? Positive.
Ready.
Okay. After finding evidence that was damning to Arthur Abraxan by sneakily breaking into his mansion that was in fairly light guard comparatively, at least for the night that you broke in with Captain Ander Newgate, where you were able to make your way down, find evidence, and learn of different things going on within the world involving or some sort of organization named the Masquerader Syndicate, as well as as well as many other things going on, something to do with a plasmoid type creature, the anatomy of one being studied by Unvudius Plabberskibble along with the help of Arthur Abraxan. You all found evidence along with some other tools, presented it to Zane's parents, and your names were cleared of any wrongdoing within Ebrax. That's when all of you were able to make your way back to the Lily of the Sky and embark on your way back to Artemis, the capital city of Sylvania. We are on our first day of travel. The skies are clear. It's a really good day for flying. You guys are leaving. I can't remember if I had you roll survival checks or perception checks for the first night, so we're just going to do them now. Vaten, you're up top.
Mm-hmm.
I just know you are. Your passive perception is high enough now that I'm not going to need you to roll unless there's something I need you to see at night. Skies are clear. There's some birds flying by. Nothing to really see. As you leave, you're starting to see. You do doze off, but you've done this before. You expect that nothing will go wrong. You look around. There's no danger in sight, and everyone lays down for a long rest. Now we go on to the first full day of travel. I'm gonna need places of what you guys are doing. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to work on, train on, read? You guys have a bunch of books now that you just got from that library, from Arthur's library. I don't know if you guys want to take time to do that, or if do what Zane was doing prior, learning how to use weapons. The time of traveling is yours as of right now.
I know what book I forgot to look for.
Is my token on the board?
Is it?
Because I can't place any.
It is not. Give me one sec.
I see cheese.
Or if there's any combat today you don't mind manning, or Nate, you don't mind manning, Lexi?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay. Cool. Let's turn on some travel music.
Have her do nothing.
Just have her do nothing. That's fine. We're gonna go.
Or just be heal bot again. That worked really well.
That works well as well.
Stop, please.
Nah, a little too cheerful.
Who all doesn't have dark vision currently?
That's a good question.
I do, but I can get it with a spell.
I don't think I do.
I have my goggles.
No, I don't.
You got goggles. You can't. Okay. I'm going to distribute these finally because I've been holding on to them. One pair of goggles of night to each of you.
Whoa.
Well, I've got elven vision, so do I need them?
No.
No, you have dark vision, so you should be just fine.
I think the only two of us that didn't have dark vision from the start was Elka and Vaten.
Yeah.
Well, we're good now. So.
Okay.
Well, I'll take them and I'm gonna sell them on YouTube or.
You said 6 days of travel, Zach?
6 days of travel with a wind at your back. So when you're on your way up here, it took a little longer. Because you had to stop and get Chuck on your way up, if you guys remember. But you also had headwinds hitting you in the face for pretty much half the trip. So on your way back, you have winds. You've noticed that just in your travel, the winds tend to blow, at least during this getting later into summer months. The winds tend to travel north to south along the ocean and coming from Ebrax. Whether or not that is a natural breeze or if it's a arcane induced breeze, you guys don't know. But right now, travel should, as long as nothing interrupts you guys, travel should take 6 days.
All right, I was just plotting out what I'm making.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got those set, so don't worry about them.
Okay.
But it should be relaxing. We've had a lot going on lately.
Relaxation is fine. The first day, though, I'm going to need one person to make a survival check for me. Just to kind of...
I'll do it.
Do with advantage, because, and I forgot to do it on your first trip, on your second trip. The crew's technically out and about working and keeping the ship in the air, so technically all these checks are with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You get, clear sky. You look down. You're starting to within the first 6 hours of travel in the day. Ebrax has now left the horizon, and you guys are starting to be pretty much over open ocean. You just barely see the southern point of Ebrax as you get later on into the day, if you look to the north. But yeah, pretty clear day. Is there? I mean, I know Zane's going to be making shit. Is there anything anybody wants to do in the meantime? To downtime stuff. Is there anything you want to read up on? Is there anything like that?
I'm going to read up on the book on natural potions.
Potion? You mean poisons?
Poisons. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay.
And see what I can learn on that, and if I need herbiology. I forgot to grab a book. I wanted to learn how to play the piano. Todd,
for some reason you're really quiet. I don't know why. At least for me, I don't know.
He sounds normal for me.
Yeah, he's
I was
fine
gonna
for
say,
me.
yeah. Did you turn his user volume
Oh,
way down?
you know why? It's my mixer. Hold on. Sorry. I turned it down because of the music.
Volume check 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
You're good.
You're good. You're good. Okay, so it'll take you. It's a fairly large book. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for? Because this is a poison of all sorts of natural, arcane, and magical and poisons that come from magical beasts. So,
I would probably be looking for something that would be easy for me to obtain products from, that's not going to kill me right off the bat.
okay, and that's I assume that's taking into account your current abilities and everything along. It's your ability to stay hidden, all that.
Right.
Okay.
Basically, something that I can start looking at using to fill the vessel in my weapon.
Okay. So you would read through that there's an extensive amount of plant-based poisons throughout Ammriel that are pretty easy to obtain, specifically in the realm of fungus-induced poisons, and as well as tree root-induced poisons. You start to read about stuff like ascomoid spores that tend to grow within the dark regions of deep forests and pine-filled forests. You start to read about the belladonna plant, which is a well-sought-after poison that sells for an incredible amount of gold if you sell it to the right person. You can find these. You would actually know of this plant to some degree, since it does come from, and it does grow naturally within the Emsford forest, which is the forest that you grew up in. Looking at other poisons, I'm going through my notes here. If you can't tell, you know about the Costar plant, which is a sea-based algae. You can find these pretty much in any place that's tropical. So basically anywhere in the southern ranges of Sylvania down to Ushar, and even on the northern tips of the wildlands of Salvax, and in the southern regions of Astrion. You could find this if you dove down into the water and found it that way. If you're looking for something that's based off of not that dangerous monsters to tangle with. You had fought one. You fought two actually prior to when you're in Arun, the basilisk, which is a lizard-like creature that has 6 legs and has the ability to stun people and petrify them at one glance. You would know that the eyes of basilisks are well known. Are well known catalysts for making a very deadly toxin. Oh boy. You'd also know that any snake-based creatures, most snake-based magical creatures, so like like dark snakes that tend to roam in the oh boy. Zach's brain isn't working great right now. Sorry, and Vaten would know about these. Dark snakes are black snakes that roam underneath the ground of the Sabbath Desert. One drop of venom from those creatures could kill a medium-sized humanoid in less than an hour. Very deadly. Well sought after for a lot of assassins guilds throughout the world. But you would know, and it would denote in the book, that ever since the Sabbath Desert was taken over by the Tillman brothers, the Sabbath Desert has been a hard area to traverse and actually enter into because of the martial law that it's constantly under with these two brothers that have taken over the desert since the last war. And then wyvern poison is one that you know of well.
Right.
Fairly easy creatures to slay if you are capable of averting their gaze and averting their eyesight, since they are not very smart creatures. But if you can find a wyvern nest, just the venom from their stinger and their venom sac could be used to make all sorts of poisons. But that's what you glean from for right now. If you took more time to read the book, you'd start to read more about different plants. But that book is at your disposal whenever you need it. So,
All right.
Does Elko want to read about dragon anatomy?
Yes.
Okay. What are you trying to learn in particular?
Probably a little bit more about like fledgling dragons and babies and just like kind of like when they start to get scales.
Okay. So you
Dragon puberty.
essentially, yeah. So you would read through that dragons generally incubate within their eggs and within their mother's nest for anywhere from 5 to 10 years. Dragon incubation takes a very, very long time, and generally that's why dragons are not necessarily the most abundant creature throughout the world. You would know that all baby wormlings are born with scales. However, they shed on an annual basis, and they grow stronger and stronger as they age. You would read that as dragons turn into young dragons to adult dragons, their scales become hardened to the point where they're like stone, and then eventually into metal-like scales. And then you would eventually read that once they become ancient, which would be an age range anywhere from 400 to 500 years old or older, their scales become almost unpierceable. But you would also read that it said that one dragon scale can make one ancient dragon scale could make a full set of plate armor that would be able to defend anybody. If you're trying to glean about your current situation, you would learn that the shedding of scales is a fairly painless process, but can be uncomfortable whenever it is hot out, because it becomes itchy for the wormlings. But Anything else you're looking to learn from that?
No, I think Elka is just kind of curious, but she has an inkling that it's dragon scales. So maybe I also have the Draconic Union book, so maybe I'll flip through that.
Okay.
Just to see like what kind of like what dragonborns kind of go through.
Right. Okay. Well, dragonborns are very similar to wormlings. However, they are it depends on the region of which and what type of dragon they are born from. But you would learn that the union of dragons takes place between an adult dragon that has shape-shifted into a humanoid form and has become a partner to an actual humanoid, generally a human or an elf, sometimes dwarves, depending on who the gender is, who's giving birth. So if the humanoid is the mother, then dragonborns are born via any other humanoid. If it is a mother, if the dragonborn is the mother is the dragon, then they're born via an egg. They tend to go through similar shedding processes that wormlings go through, and it tends to be a little bit more intense once they get into their teenage years. Just because it becomes a little bit more painful, a little bit harder to do. But yeah, that's really all you glean from that. But
okay.
All right. Does anybody else want to read anything? You all grabbed a shit ton of books. So
I'm not necessarily going to read anything, but I'm going to kind of go to somebody on the crew.
Okay.
And I have a block and tackle, and want to get educated on how best to use that to haul someone as large as Ori, just in case that became an issue at some point, or lift someone as heavy as Ori.
I'm sorry. What do you have that would allow you to do this? On my brain, I didn't hear any of it.
Block and tackle.
I don't know what that is.
Basically a pulley system.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. You'd be able to walk up to pretty. Gotcha. You'd be able to You'd be able to walk up to really any one of the deckhands, and they'd be able to tell you that you would need a harness for the person and or creature you're trying to lift, and you would need a high place. Generally, you generally want that the peak of where you're trying to lift to be much taller, at least double the height of the thing you're trying to lift. And you would need for the sake of lifting Ori, it would make the for D&D wise, for actual mechanics wise, if you're using that to try to lift Ori or lower Ori, it would make the DC for the strength check probably lessened by 5. So the strength check would be for Ori size. Ori, you're 500 pounds or 1,000 pounds?
500.
500 pounds. Okay, so the DC, standard lifting weight for a medium-sized creature, I think, is 200 pounds, where you could do it without a check. So I'm gonna say probably the DC would probably be sitting right around that instead of like the 15 to 16 range to do it. It would be around the 10 to 11 DC. Yeah, if you wanted to set up a full pulley system to lower a person such as Ori, and if Ori was consenting for that long, then yeah, you could do it.
My thought behind that is less anything like that, and more like if we are caught in a place where we have to haul him up and he's unconscious or something like that.
Right, if he's dead weight and unconscious. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so it'd make it a lot easier. So.
Cool.
All right. Anything else before we move on to the next day? And what are you making today, Zane? Did you say?
I didn't say. I've got them written down already, though.
Okay. I'd like to know.
3 ropes of climbing and then 3 gloves of thievery over the course of the trip. So
Okay. Cool.
Can I have one of those gloves?
maybe.
We are using attunement rules here, so are you how many you can only be attuned to 3 items. Do you need attunement for those gloves?
I do not.
Well, I'm saying does do regular people. You look that up.
Let
We'll
me
go look that up. We'll go to the next day. Okay. So a day full of reading and inquiring and really just enjoying the
You do not.
You don't. Oh, so it's not an attunement. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I just want to make sure of that because it would become a violent rejection if you tried to attune to a 4th item, which is not fun. Let's get some ambiance because we are flying and we are over the ocean.
Is there a fishing pole? Because mine's kind of like makeshift.
On the deck. I mean, you not really. If I remember correctly, you made yours by finding shit on the boat to make yours.
Were we on this boat or another boat?
Oh no, that's right. You were on the ship or on the small boat heading back to Senva from the sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Make an investigation check for me as the light starts to dim.
14.
14. You can find basic things to fashion another makeshift fishing pole, but you get the sense because it's a skyship, there's not really a major need for any fishing things. However, you do look around and you do find one of the deckhands starting to stack up what looks to be ballista bolts in preparation for anything that were to assail the ship as you fly back to Artemis. But
yeah, I ain't interested in that.
okay. All right. Well, darkness falls and you guys all go to sleep. If anybody, I mean, I'm gonna my direct person I'm gonna go to is Va10 for this, just because you're on up. I know you're gonna be up on top.
Yeah. I've gone below decks once.
Yeah.
Anytime we have been on a ship, so.
Yeah. Okay. So second night, you're looking around before you go to bed. Same as the night prior. It's it's a pretty quiet night. I mean, you now realize you are fully over the ocean, because you hear waves rolling in. You can feel the salt water start to sting your scales a little bit and make them a little drier than you're used to. But you're accustomed to that since you've flown over the ocean a few times. Yeah, night goes off without any issues. Second day, can I get a survival check with advantage from Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Beep, please?
All right. Oh, did you say with advantage?
With advantage because the crew is looking out as well.
All right, so 14.
14. Looking around. It's another clear day. Can't really see anything. You see a few clouds floating in. You do see the occasional what looks to be larger seabirds start to fly alongside of the ship, but they seem harmless. They're not doing anything to attack. So day goes off without any issue. Anything you guys want to do second day, or you want to just try to get done with the travel?
I'll just try to get done with travel.
One question I just want to ask the captain is, if anybody plays the piano on here, if there's anybody that can teach me the piano, or if there's anything he might have that I could read to teach myself.
Oh, piano. I mean, yeah, I play. Let me check something. And he like throws a lever down and locks the steering wheel in place, the helm in place. like you've seen him do a few times. He runs down into his quarters and comes back about 10 minutes later. And he runs back up, and in his hand is basically a songbook that shows you how to play scales and how to play certain sea shanties. That the book looks old, really old, like weathered. Probably it's a book that's been around for a while. You can see tears on the edges and on the brim of the book, but he hands it to you. Go right ahead, by all means.
Well, thank you, sir.
So are you going to spend the next couple of days traveling, learning how to play the piano?
Yeah, in
All right.
between, reading about poisons and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. I'm going to
And
need
playing with my new rapier.
Okay. I'm going to need you, because you're learning a new skill. So I'm going to need you to roll a few rolls every single day. I'm going to need you to roll an intelligence check for me to see how well
I had a quick question.
you can learn music. Go ahead. Rory.
With the missing fingers, does that affect it at all?
Yeah. Honestly, learning so
It's funny.
so
that'd be
that's
funny.
thank you for bringing that up. The intelligence check will not change because you are using your intellect to try to learn. What I am going to need you to do, though, is if you're going to try to play, you're definitely going to be rolling a performance check with disadvantage.
All right. Well, here's my. That's another question. Is any of this growing back, or I know we
No.
talked about.
No, you
Fingers
lost.
don't grow back, Todd.
You lost the three. I can't remember. Yeah, so it'd be your right hand. You lost the You lost the three. Basically, the three tips down to like the first joint on your finger on your three longest fingers.
Is there
Are
any
gone, yeah.
spare wood around the ship?
Yeah, you can find planks and stuff used for patching up any issues. Yeah.
Good. I'm gonna borrow one piece
Okay.
and get to work on making something for Thaddeus.
Gotcha.
Ooh, a leather glove
please
with
ma-
some tips.
Please.
I'm gonna make him some prosthetic fingers.
I was gonna say, please make him a prosthetic. That'd be amazing. Okay. Yeah. So make an intelligence check for me, Thaddeus.
All right.
See how well you start to learn the musical theory in the book. 12. First day, it's as one would expect when trying to learn something new. You have some difficulties. However, you're of average intelligence, so you get the sense that if you work on it for a good while, you could start to learn how to play piano and start to gain that as a skill proficiency eventually. But if you're going to be trying to play, are you going to try to play, or are you just reading through the book and trying to learn music theory?
Oh, I'm
right
gonna
now?
like tap.
Okay, you're not going to have to do any. Performance, it's fine. 12. It sounds as one would expect someone trying to play piano with half their fingers missing.
Bong, 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 bong.
Right, yeah, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, like it's but yeah. So first day, not bad.
You want an int check for my prosthetic making?
Yes, thank you for asking. I will.
There you go, because I just rolled it.
23. Yeah, you take the first couple hours into the night, making sure it works, and with a 23, you're able to fully make finger prosthetics for Thaddeus for the next day.
Bug.
So, unless anybody else wants to do anything, second day we go into the night. Bingo isn't here, but that's fine. With Vaten's passive perception as well as the crew looking out, another clear night. It's weird having travel. It's weird not having any issues in travel, because all the bits of travel you guys have done in the last month or so has been filled with issues, but with his fucking 20-something passive perception, it's pretty easy to spot terrible things. But night goes off without an issue. We go into the third day. Elka, make a survival check with advantage, please.
Even though I'm not going to be up deck on top of the deck.
Sure, I'm just having you roll it in general, just for everybody.
You said with advantage.
Yeah. Peeking out the porthole, if that's how you want to think about it.
16.
16. Yeah. Third day, no problem. You do notice, looking out the porthole, as well as anybody else who's on deck doing stuff, you do notice normally you wouldn't see other sky ships within the same route as you, just because there's generally a code that people take to, if you can detect a magical wavelength of what a sky ship would be, you generally tend to stay a good couple, maybe 100 miles away, just so you don't mess with any sort of magical issues. You look out, there's a few ships that you can see within eyeshot that are heading in all different directions. And there seem to be, well, since you're not on top deck, I'm going to say, and Bingo isn't here, Bingo would see it, but, Vaten would see it. I'm going to say, Ori, are you going to be on top deck?
Yep.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Didn't quite time that right.
5.
5. You see what looks like dots on the horizon. You can kind of see that they're ships flying. But third day goes off without any issue. Zane, you have the prosthetics.
I'm gonna steal from that. Oh, I'm gonna tell Thaddeus I need it. The glove that fits onto that hand, and I'm just gonna stick the prosthetics in it and then hand it back to him.
Okay.
The gloves of thievery that I have, or
Yeah, I just need the one.
okay,
So put this on.
What on the glove?
Yeah.
It's got it's hard and okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Put it
slide-
on.
Oh my lord! I got fingers.
Again. You have fingers again. You're welcome.
Well, yes. Do they burn?
I wouldn't test it if I were you. I can't do anything else right now. Maybe when we find some metal, I can make something a little stronger, but
Ooh, no
wood for
fingernails.
now.
Yeah,
Well,
you
thank you.
move them around, go to grip your rapier, and you have full control of your rapier in your right hand.
Yeah,
Very well made prosthetic for something makeshift on a ship, but Zane's a good inventor, so.
The way this works, for y'all who don't know, when an artificer makes a prosthetic, it just fuses to the missing part and then acts like normal.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, if that's the case, we need to talk below deck.
no, absolutely not.
Literally or figuratively?
Uh, figuratively, but literally afterwards.
Okay.
And saying you have nothing to worry about.
So,
Thank
are
God.
you, Thaddeus, are you going to try to do more piano stuff today?
Yeah.
Roll another intelligence check for me.
Let's see here. Oops, wrong screen.
Second day is hard. Second day is harder than the last, unfortunately.
What are these things called? Notes.
You can't quite get it. So, maybe on the practical use, getting used to the prosthetic, trying to learn how to play, the frustration of trying to remember figure out how the fingers work again, as well as just having a harder time understanding the more intricacies of musical theory. It's just a hard thing to learn for sure.
Oh,
Okay.
and one other thing that I do want to try now that I've got the glove and the fingers replaced.
Mhm.
Is like putting some kind of fluid, makeshift fluid, motor oil or something into the vat. I saw you laugh, Magic. Um, and try to like stab a bag of sand or something and see how the trigger thing works. Make sure I'm doing it right.
Okay. Just like you would do it normally. You go pour some fluid in there, no problem at all. These prosthetics are half the day that you don't feel any sensation from, but when you go to move them and move them around, you still get the same sensation of touching things and like.
Okay. Well, the idea is that I can use this new trigger on my rapier
Yeah.
without disadvantage because I've practiced,
Right.
clicking it and.
Okay. Well, then I would say, roll a d20, plus your dexterity modifier, and then plus your proficiency bonus.
Are you doing this on deck?
Would you be?
Yeah.
So I would volunteer at least. I would volunteer once a day. Newton to, well, water and Newton as your target, and water to make steam so you hit or whatever.
Okay.
To kind of make that easy for you.
Okay, so Vatem would summon his wildfire spirit, the salamander, and just let you use. You're saying use him as target practice, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So yeah, go ahead and roll so d20 plus your dex modifier, which is plus 5.
So 7 plus 5
plus your proficiency bonus, which I think is plus 3 at this level, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So 15 is your full roll. Yeah, you're proficient with rapiers, so using it and stabbing it, you have absolutely no issue. Learning how the trigger works, it doesn't take long for you to understand it. Zane put a lot of hours into making this and making sure it's exactly how you want it. So you go to stab and you pull the trigger, and yeah, it injects it just fine. And since Newton is being commanded not to dodge out of the way and just take the hit, it's an auto.
Oh,
it's an auto hit.
No. He's dodging and stuff.
Oh, he's dodging.
Well, he will be as time goes on. Make it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then roll an attack for me against Newton's AC.
So just do a rapier attack.
Yeah.
All right. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Definitely hits Newton. Yeah.
Like that, you little bitch.
Roll for damage out of curiosity. So it's your normal rapier damage plus the. Well, technically you don't have any poison in there, so that's technically not any poison right now. So yeah, it'd just be 9 damage, and then all of a sudden you squeeze the trigger and water comes out, and sprays into the fire lizard, which I'm now realizing probably would be uncomfortable for him. So
a little bit.
Steam comes up.
Takes another 2 points of we'll call it cold damage. But yeah, little steam comes up, and you hit him. And I'm gonna say, just so we're not gonna make you roll every single time. After practicing for the next couple of days, you become proficient with your weapon, and you won't have any issues. And you become attuned to it. So, is Todd frozen?
Yeah.
Okay, just making
Looks like it.
Just making sure. Okay. All right. Well, third day goes by without any issue. We come into the nighttime. Faten, I'm now going to need you to make a perception check for me. Hey, Todd's back.
I didn't ever look like I was frozen on my end.
Yeah, your screen was just stuck. 11. you getting closer and closer. We are now traveling just over what would be the western side of the Sandosha swamp. With an 11, you look around and it's dark. A lot darker than traveling over the ocean. As you look around, you smell sulfur scent waft over through the air. And you see with an 11, you can't quite glean what it is, but you do see a bright, what looks to be fire from way off in the distance. Probably a good 10 miles away. It looks like a dot, but it is on fire. That's all you can really tell at night.
Okay. I'll make sure to point that out to Captain Newgate.
Yeah, Captain Newgate would see it. Hope it's not a fire elemental going on a rampage. Okay. Well, thanks for pointing it out. And it would be, just so you're aware, it would be off the, using the ship now, it would be off the starboard side, so the right side to the stern of the boat, so to the front of the boat. It would be off.
You're almost right.
No,
almost right. Stern is the back.
Stern, sorry, the front. I don't know the name of the front.
Bow.
The bow.
Bow. Thank you. It'd be bow front right bow. About 10 miles.
Wow.
About 10 miles out. Looks like a dot to you, but it's on fire. But other than that, the night goes off without any issue. You do smell the sulfur starting to waft up from the swamp. It's kind of a weird mixture because you're staying closer to the sea this time around, on the western side of the swamp. So it's like a mixture of salt water that you've been smelling, but also sulfur starting to waft in there. It's a really strange, stinky smell. But
good times.
Yep. So we go into the next day.
Alara, do you have some cheese on you that's spoiled?
She probably does.
Smelling something sour.
Oh. Could be that. Okay, so for the next day, we're going to go with Zane. Make a survival check with advantage.
16.
16. It's a little bit of a cloudier day. The clouds are... It looks like it may storm. Now, granted, you guys are above the clouds, flying. That's how most sky ships fly, just to stay out of any inclement weather that may happen below. Generally, sky ships tend to stay above the cloud line, and that's where you are right now. You look down, the clouds are starting to get darkish gray. You do start to notice more and more sky ships moving in opposite directions, 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles away. And Vaten, you notice this as well with your keen eyes. These ships seem to be moving at not a normal pace. They seem to be moving a little bit slower, and they seem to be going in any opposite direction that you're going to. Vaten, roll a perception check.
Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, let's not do what I want it to do. Perception?
Yeah. 22.
There we go.
Yeah. So you need
much better than rolling a 3.
Looking at these ships a little closer, these ships seem to be in a damaged state. Almost every single one you look at. Some of them with the sails partially crispy and burnt, but put out. Some with holes in the hull. Some with one that comes closest to your airship but underneath you, trying to avoid any issues. Good. It's probably a good 2 miles away. You look down, and from the best you can see with a 22, you see what looks to be almost like a mark of like a lightning bolt that is etched into the wood and burnt into the wood, still blowing a light blue hue. But
And are they coming? Are they all heading towards, like, away from where we are going, or?
they're all moving what seem to be away in multiple directions from the direction you are going currently. Yes.
Okay. I will definitely meander towards the captain. Captain, this one has seen battle damage on most of, if not all, of the ships.
Interesting. I've been kind of noticed that as well. Also, this many ships flying this close to me is a little disheartening. Okay. Well, I don't know what we're flying into, but if there's this many ships damaged, I wonder if there was a... I only hope there wasn't something awful that happened, or maybe blue dragon attack, maybe? He's pointing out the lightning bolts. Immediately, Ander would think something lightning based. Maybe a dragon, maybe a elemental attack, like a lightning elemental. But if there's this many ships, maybe a battle went down that we didn't know about. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Let's just hope it's not where we're going, and we'll stay the course.
Are there still birds flying around or anything?
Yeah.
Any critters? Yeah.
Yeah, there's all sorts of birds. There's you see all sorts of seabirds that are flying due west to get towards the ocean more. You do see what looks to be a wyvern flying away at a breakneck pace, away from, basically following along the ships, but a lot lower down, but a lot farther down, like just above the cloud line. You see a wyvern shooting off in the distance.
Is there a way to catch one of these birds?
Yeah, I'd say, actually, you would notice over the time traveling that a lot of seafaring birds do tend to try to rest on the masts of skyships to get a break. There's none there now. However, there's always some that are fairly close within netting distance that you could try. The AC would be a very high to hit. Yeah, you do see a few within, like, if you had like a net gun almost, you know.
You lure them in with crumbs of bread.
You could try that.
That was going to be my next question. I'm going to make it a point over the rest of the day today to try and catch a bird.
Okay, roll an animal handling check. As well, have you do.
Hang on, I might do. Hang on, I got to read my spell again here. Yeah, that doesn't work, unfortunately. Okay, doesn't say. Yeah, just one. I will take that any day of the week.
Yeah. So putting out tiny little pieces of bread, little tiny chunks of dried meat, just on the rail, or even on. Eventually, some seafaring birds do will do kind of flutter over and land, and you see what looks to be a seagull, but much larger. Much larger wingspan, grayish feathers, but with shades of white. And you do see what look to be teeth underneath the beak, but it kind of hops up and starts pecking away at the bread. Yeah.
Okay. I will quickly attempt to net the bastard.
Roll a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
I'm gonna check proficiency on a save, roll a save, and then not do very well. So yeah, that's an 8 for a dexterity plus proficiency.
You go to try to grab the bird, and it immediately flies around and tries to bite you as you go to reach in to grab.
I try to bite it back.
Okay. It rolled it has no modifier, but it rolled an 18 to try to bite you.
It actually does hit me.
And you're dead.
You take 3 points of piercing damage as it nips at your scales.
Okay, I would like to try and bite him back.
Roll an attack. Are you trying to play bite, or are you trying to kill?
Oh no, this one I'm trying to kill.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Oh.
You go to bite it, and it like, you go to bite it, it immediately dodges out, like hop steps out of the way, and then jumps up and lands on your snout.
Then I'm back to my first plan and try to catch it.
Roll another dex check with proficiency bonus.
And he pounds himself in the face.
Do
yeah, right.
This time do it with disadvantage because it's close to wanting to fly away.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, 10 is the DC. So you out of frustration, ring this bitch around the neck, grab it, and it's just immediately just flapping its wings, trying to like bite it, like peck at your hands. But you have a bird now.
Oh no, with the disadvantage though.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even notice the 7. Yeah, no, actually no, sorry, I thought my brain was on advantage, not disadvantage. 7. Yeah, you go to grab it, scratch that. Instead of you grabbing it by the neck, you think you grabbed it by the neck. And as you do that, it like immediately flings its face down to bite you again. And this time it's going to do it twice.
Fair.
It's a natural 20 and a 19.
Oh, Jesus.
Do we have a resurrection
Good.
spell?
Vaten's about to die because of a fucking bird. Okay.
Yes, we do have a resurrection spell, but the problem is I'm the one that has it.
You take with the 2 bites, you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Is anybody else
also
see this going on?
I also
I'm
have
not being subtle
resurrection
about
stuff.
it.
It's becoming quite a spectacle at this point. Anybody who's on the boat knows kind of understands what's happening.
Or he's been kind of watching this whole time, and he'll say, do you need help?
Please, large one.
What are you trying to do?
You see its wings starting to flap now that it pecked your hand, trying to get away.
I think
This
he's
one is
trying
trying
to
to
bleed
catch a
himself
bird.
to death.
Just catch her.
Catch. Not kill,
Oh.
perhaps.
If you're gonna try to catch it, you're gonna have to make a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus at disadvantage because it is now starting to lift up into the air to leave.
Yeah.
I will let this one go away unless he's
I'll try
successful at it.
I'll try to catch it.
Okay.
Dexterity. My dex ain't that high. 14.
14. The DC did raise by 2, which you beat it by 2. So Ori just kind of like, as it goes to fly away, given the size of Ori, instead of Ori trying to desperately grab at it, he just like reaches his hand out and grabs it by its neck.
I'm just holding it, like my arms stretched all the way.
It's trying to bite your hand currently, but because of you having it grappled, it can't move its head.
No wood.
Thank you, large one. I'm gonna take my heavy cloak, and kind of bundle it up, and then have Ori remove his hand from the cloak.
Okay. You put the bird down.
Yeah.
So,
Well, wait, hold on.
So are you trying to cover the bird, or are you trying to?
I'm trying to basically put the bird in a sack for right now.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna tie the bird down.
Okay, how are you gonna do that with what? Just
I have some rope.
yeah, just grab some rope and tie. Okay, so you're trying to tie up a bird that's squirming with one hand.
Actually, I'm gonna hand Von 10 some rope and tell him to do it.
Okay, just making sure.
I will definitely tie this fucker up with prejudice.
Okay. With the help of Ori, roll another dex check with proficiency, but with advantage. And roll one more time.
Oops. Yeah.
You take the 15. It's fine. I'll take the 15
Yeah.
and the 9 as your two
It
rolls.
should have been.
Yeah,
and it should have been a +3 more, so it should be an 18.
Gotcha. 18. Yeah, easy enough. You grab a piece of rope and you basically hog tie / gift wrap a bird with a rope the best you can. And you're able to tie it down. It's still squirming. It's not happy at all.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would then like
Alara's gonna use speak with animals.
And I'm gonna sit down while this is happening. I'm gonna sit down and start ritual casting a spell myself.
Okay. What spell is it?
Animal messenger.
Okay. So Alara casts speak with animals. All Alara hears is fuck, fuck, fuck me, god damn it! If I can get a hold of you, I'm gonna shit in your hand.
What's it saying? She'll just say pretty much all that. Told her shut up or I'll take its wings.
The little girly goblin says that.
Roll intimidation.
Roll intimidation for Alara, yeah.
Yeah, let me see what hers is at.
The hand is worth two in the bush. What a
Oh,
little.
she has a +2. That's
pecker.
pretty good for her. All right. That's a 16.
It's a bird. Alaris, immediately you just see the bird kind of like relax a little bit. Okay. What do you want?
I don't actually know. Alara's just translating.
Yeah, I got you. Understood.
Yeah. And I'm spending the 10 minutes to ritual cast because I don't have a bird today.
The bird is just like
Here.
desperately looking around like
Oh, Ted, what are we doing?
I want to know that too.
This one is casting a spell that would have this bird carry a message to another ship.
Lara will translate that to the bird.
Okay. Yeah. Anything you want. Anything. Just maybe untie me.
No.
But I can't go anywhere without my wings.
I mean, we'll get to that. It's just pretty funny seeing you tied.
This is like what this reminds you of. Alara talking to this and translating. What it reminds you of is like a tiny little goblin on crack, like just vibrating. Intense nervous energy. Okay.
I like how this was meant to be like a 5-second like detour thing. It's turned into
Yeah.
clusterfuck
That's-
of me losing like 12 for 15 HP or something, whatever I've lost.
So
14.
yeah.
I'm gonna start looking through his bag of things that I might be interested in after he's dead.
Well, he's a bird, so he has feathers.
Oh, no, he's talking about me.
Oh, oh, gotcha. You find a lot of random meat.
Yeah,
Let's be
there
real.
is a bag.
Yeah.
Bartend's
There's basically a bag of holding full of meat.
Excuse me,
Would you call it a
Vault-10.
meat sack?
Yes, you call it a meat sack.
Vault-10, what's this little? It looks like a tube. It's about 2 to 3 inches centimeters long, but it's very tiny and it's got like a hand grip on it. What do you do with this?
Oh my god. Baten's eyes are rolled in the back of his head as he's
Yeah, right.
casting this spell. Animal messenger eventually does come through. What is so let me read. It means this spell you can use an animal to deliver a message. Choose a tiny beast. You can see. Okay, so who are you sending the message to, and where are you sending it? And what is the message?
To the captain or helmsman of the nearest ship.
Okay.
And the message will say, if you have a means of replying, please let us know where you are coming from and what caused the damage.
Okay, so it works. It kind of works like this, like the sending spell, just a lot more.
It's yeah.
Okay, so they can respond to the message.
That I think is going to be up to you because the way I'm reading it, they cannot.
You know what? Rule of cool. Why not? Sure.
Okay.
It's a convoluted way to use a sending message or a sending spell.
Yeah, because I don't think any of us have sending. So
no, none of you are. Yeah, no. That's a thing. Thank God for me. Because sending's a pain in the ass sometimes. But okay. So yeah, you eventually untie the bird. Alara hears, "Oh, thank fuck!" as you release it.
now he's magically compelled to go and come back.
Yeah. And as he flutters off, you see him go. You see a ship probably. Will it be the one that was hit by what looks like lightning? Since that happened earlier in the day. So you'd see it fly behind the ship, and go that way. And it would take. You don't know how long it would take. You would gauge probably a couple hours. But
okay.
Eventually, as you guys sit there and wait for the response, about nightfall comes over to when you hear, and then you hear the bird land right on the rail. A kind of a half disheveled, weaker voice, a man's voice, and you hear him say, "This is weird. We were attacked. We were in Artemis. All hell broke loose. We're doing everything we can to get away, and as far away as possible. Dragons, there's this guy with blue," and that's where it cuts off.
Okay. I am definitely going to relay that to Captain Ander as well as the rest of the party.
Okay.
Even if I have to go below decks to speak with Elka.
Yeah, you just see Elka like huddled up, like all comfy in her chambers, reading a book. But so you relay that message, and the captain kind of like looks a little weirded out. And Blue, I understand if blue dragons attack, that happens. They tend to attack if they're younger. They tend to attack in packs. But whatever did damage to that ship was much larger, and that scares me. If they said they were an Artemis, wonder. Do any of you have any way of getting a hold of that librarian friend of yours?
Yeah, I think I have a sending stone. Sending stone to Leon.
Nope.
10 messages a day.
Okay. Oh, well, that would work out perfectly. Why don't you try checking in with him to see what's going on?
Unnamed group to Leon. I guess I'll just like relay what I heard about happening.
Okay. About 10 minutes go by. Another 10 minutes go by. And eventually you hear a voice that... I'm going to say, Elka, make her a history check. 10. You can't quite grasp who this person is. You know you've heard their voice before. And it was probably a while ago. But you hear a voice come through that isn't Leon's. And you hear... yes, this is... if this is the group I'm thinking of... yeah, we're in trouble. Leon is not available. He's not doing well. Are you heading here? I do have your payment.
We are, yes.
It's a bit of a hellscape right now.
How far away are we out?
We're about 2 days out.
I will like we'll be there in about 2 days. So if you can hold out.
Well, we're doing the best we can. You're coming here. The skyport is going to be unreliable. It was kind of almost everything around it was burnt to a crisp. You get the sense this person's staggering over their words. It's hard to tell what truly he's thinking of, but you probably don't remember me. I'm Leon's personal assistant, Rosalor. I met you the first day that we met, that you all met each other. Leon's in a comatose state. He overextended himself and was able to drive off the Great Worm, but if I were you, I would... Part of me wants you to stay away, but part of me also thinks we need all the help we can get. Artemis is...
We will be there soon to help.
And you'll hear him kind of like step away from this. Help is on the way, maybe. For a couple of days now. And they will attack you.
We will be careful. Thank you.
And in the background, you'll hear boom, explosions, rattling, earthquakes. You'll hear during all of this, and you whatever is happening there seems not good. But with all that information gleaned, what do you want to do?
Well, I'll let everyone know what all the information I have. I'll definitely let Captain Newgate know that the airport, Skyport, is probably not the safest place to go.
Stop. I love you.
Okay. Skyport is a no-go. Our other option is to go past Artemis, fly over, and land in the Gulf of Prosperity, and then come up through the canal. Since this ship can double as a seafaring vessel. Or we can find a place to unsafely dock, or I can airdrop you, but then I wouldn't be there. If Artemis is as destroyed as that person seemed to think, you guys are going to need all the help you can get. I could leave the ship in the hands of my brother, but he's very unaware of what's happening right now because he's kind of sleeping. So that's going to be some
The
news.
ship in any way.
The ship has some defenses. We have harpoons. We have ballistas. We have a single magical cannon that can be moved. But this is...
Stop! Sorry.
You're fine. We've been using this ship primarily to haul cargo as of late. And before I met all of you. But now I've been hauling you around, and we've been getting into all sorts of issues. So, yeah, I don't like Artemis, to be blunt. I've always seen the king and queen as annoying and kind of brash and rude to those who aren't from their city. And they don't really manage their territory well. But my dad once said that he loved Artemis, and he's sad that he had to leave Artemis as a kid. So yeah, my ship's yours. Where do we want to go?
We need to get in there sooner rather than later.
Well, we're 2 days out. Normal travel. We could push it to the limit and potentially burn out my propulsion system, but
no, we need the boat as backup. The crew could man it and give us covering fire, right?
With a single cannon that shoots probably once a minute, maybe, but it's long range. And
Unless does and whatnot as well.
Well,
what if we come in by water? Would that be safer?
I don't know what. Sure, in theory, if our only adversaries are dragons, but we don't have any more information than that.
Do you know the area where you could land us?
Oh yeah,
Quickly, near water where we could be in the air the most time and then basically land in water near the city.
Our safest bet is to land in Lake Grandry, which would be a tomorrow thing. Lake Grandry is a very deep lake, and it stretches along.
Unbutton.
It stretches down south, past Ardbert, down the river, which we could float the ship this size carefully. That would be a way of landing in water and getting right up to the city without them noticing. But if the city's destroyed, I don't know if the riverways are blocked. I don't know if there's a lot of things we don't know. If we're walking into a war zone, we may get shot out of the sky before we can even get there.
We should take the bet to get on land tomorrow, then.
Okay.
Do you have any maps you could possibly pull up and show us?
They may not be reliable, though, if the city's been destroyed.
True. I'm just thinking of like a generalized directional plan.
I mean, other than the map of the world that I have, that's shows you different cities and where different waterways are. None of the waterways are named other than the lakes and the oceans. And it's not very detailed, but I have that. I'm gonna be honest with you. My navigation skills have always been kind of on a feeling, and I've just kind of learned where things are and which way to go just off of, call it sheer luck, call it experience. I know this area well. I do a lot of business in this area. So I think our best bet is to fly within where we can see at least the city on the horizon. Maybe we can gauge the severity. I mean, you heard what your guy said. He's underground. He may not know what's going on above. Maybe it's not as bad as it was. That's me being an optimist, though.
We won't know till we get there.
Best we can do is just keep flying. If we want to get there, we could get there tomorrow night if I push everything to the limit. But
Well, I don't want to push it if we need an escape plan.
And we told them to hold out for 2 days, so I think we're okay keeping our normal speed.
okay.
This one agrees.
Well, let's keep a move on then. Keep an eye out. If there's dragons, they can fly very fast, cover a lot of land. We may be rolling right into a dragon's nest for all we know.
Well, there's a lot of innocent people there. You don't deserve to die.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave a capital city of a nation just willy-nilly to its demise.
You're all better people than I. Let's fuck it, let's go. And he's just gonna, you see him push a lever down. You guys are gonna pick up speed a little bit. Not full tilt, but it does lessen the trip a little bit. Okay. So you guys, with troubling thoughts in your mind, you do manage to go to sleep, Vaten, before you go to bed, with your passive perception. You start to smell smoke. You start to smell what smells like fully, like, burnt hair wafting over the air. You look down and you see, it's a clear night, there's no clouds in the sky. And you see a dim red streak that seems to be going on the ground through the countryside, that seems to have molten, it's almost like molten lava, but it has blue flames sparking off of it. And it's just one short little streak, and it's right before you guys get, right before you can see Lake Grandry off in the distance, and you can see part of Lake Grandry is hardened over in what looks to be some sort of black obsidian. you look down. You don't know the region, but you do see a town along the river or along the lake. And you see that town, and you see smoke billowing into the air. You see blue flames coming off of buildings. You smell the air, and another more sulfur smells come from below, along with burnt hair, ash, smoke, molten lava. You look down and you see whatever town is down below has been completely destroyed. And it seems like one. You know how dragons work. You fought one prior, at least one that was definitely pulling its punches against you guys. The bronze dragon you had fought earlier. You know how dragons work, and you know that their breath attacks can cause major damage. With your passive perception, you get the sense that whatever dragon destroyed this town did it in one breath.
I'm going to relay that to all interested parties.
At this point, it's Anders' brother Alex who's on the helm, and you see him clutch what looks to be a symbol of what looks to be like an axe and a hammer, and crossed on his neck, and he just kind of like, you see him like do a short little closed-eyed prayer as you pass over. Can't really hear what he's saying, even with your passive perception, with the wind and everything like that. But you can see his mouth, and you can see him just basically saying, "Protect them, please."
I was going to say, I think I can read his lips.
Yeah, you can read lips.
If he is saying it, if he's saying it in common, then yeah, I can definitely read his lips. So
you can hear him say, "Iron Father, please protect them."
Okay.
If you want to glean into any more of his religious faith, you can with your passive perception, but I mean, that's up to you.
No, it's not really Vaten's thing.
Okay.
Religion. So.
All right. Yep. So you continue on. Other than seeing and smelling and hearing just fire and molten lava, you guys are able to go through the night without much issue. Now we come into the 5th day. I'm gonna need one of you to make a survival check, which I think it would be Thaddeus's turn today.
Survival
With advantage, because the crew is helping.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll take the first 2 rolls, which is the 8 and the 4. Luckily enough, 8. You look around. You're kind of. I don't know if you'd be up for playing piano after hearing the news you just heard. That's up to you. So you could do that if you want.
Oh, I'm like, that's second fiddle right now.
I figured. Okay.
Now I'm gonna be like prepping poison stuff.
Okay. Vaten, with your passive perception, and it's a clear day, you do start to see smoke, more smoke, billowing. You start to see what you would know because you've we're now, and I'll pull up, I think I have the world map saved in Roll20. If I don't, I can grab it real quick because I have it up. Ander would walk out with his world map. Let me go ahead and hit save image on that. Just grab that real quick. Alrighty. Maybe not like here. We'll just add it as a handout because that's much easier for me.
I added a comment. You get a chance.
Okay.
This is Zane.
Yeah.
You're a master of tinkering. With what we're walking into,
There you go.
In my knowledge that I've been learning in poisons, is there anything we could use as a long range thing that we might be able to shoot out of a bow or a crossbow that you could help?
Not
Figure
with
out-
what I've got on me.
Are there resources we're not aware of on this ship?
Beyond what they've told us? No.
Do you think it would be worth asking the captain?
I think they've told us everything they've got.
All right.
Okay, so looking at the map, I know it's a little harder for you guys to read, but you guys are currently, you've now passed over Lake Grandry. If you want to look at, the stream is up, if you want to look at it, it's a little bit easier to read.
Yeah.
Which I will pull it up for you guys. So currently, where my cursor is about where you guys are at.
Where's the fires at?
So
Apparently
see.
from Artemis, I would assume.
no, so the town you saw on fire, which now looking at the map the next day, you would glean that it was Plarberg, on the western shores of Lake Grandry, that has been completely burned to cinders. Following south, you look out, you see smoke billowing from multiple locations. You see...
From the direction of Artemis, what do we...
So currently, if you guys can see my cursor on the stream, which I think you can, you guys are currently in this area, about 100 miles north of Artemis. 120 miles north of Artemis, which I can zoom in slightly more, I believe. Yeah, I can. There.
At our height, what's our distance that we can see?
You can see it's a clear sky, so you can see 4 dots and then one big plume of smoke from the south of it. You can see which you guys have been here before, so you can see it. You can see that the town of Stamford, that you once stopped in for supplies on your way to Keister, is currently erupted in smoke and fire. You can see that to the west, Clico, a river town that you've never been to but you've heard of, is currently erupted in flame and smoke. You see Ardbert, which is the closest town to you guys right now. Very plainly, you can see it erupted in smoke, lava, and blue flames. Along with, now that you can get a closer look as you're flying, which you're starting to lower your altitude just because you're approaching Artemis, you can start to see what look to be similar, Vaten, you recognize it as familiar electrical burn marks that are spread out throughout the land and throughout the city. You look to your west, closer to what seems to be the bigger plume of smoke, which you assume is Artemis, of Athatal, which is a trade city just outside of Artemis. Not any fire, but just a plume of smoke. Hard to tell if that means it's fully destroyed, or if they're able to fight it off, or if that means there's just nothing left to be on fire. But you then see the big plume of smoke. Artemis. You can tell from this distance. You can see... You can't really see the city from here. But you can see what seems to be the largest plume of smoke just coming up. You can see the ocean in the background, and it seems like the ocean is burning a bright red from your view. But you continue on, and throughout the day, you've passed over Ardbert. You can see it's very clearly destroyed. too far up to see if there's any sign of life, any or any enemies that you could possibly see. And as you get about 40 miles, or probably 50 miles from Artemis, nighttime has come. You all can choose to stay up and get hit with a point of exhaustion, or you can choose to take a long rest and wake up to where you can assume that you've probably already passed over. You would have already passed over Artemis. Or Ander can slow down and crawl, which is an option for you guys to take your long rest and spend time really getting used to what's happening in the area, but it also makes you an easier target and easier to spot. So,
No.
those are your options. None of them very great, but
Nope.
I vote for option 3.
I think we should be as well rested as we possibly can be.
Who knows when we'll get another good amount of rest from this point forward for a while.
This one agrees.
Or he starts tucking himself in.
so you see Anders.
Sarah puts her head on a block of cheese.
You feel the magical crystals start to slowly vibrate and hum as Ander pulls back on a lever, and you feel your speed get cut in half. Instead of making it to Artemis in 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours at your current speed, you'll be making it there pretty much when you wake up. But you are a more easy target for whatever's out there. So do you guys want to take watch, which in turn would make your long rest technically 12 hours because you have people taking 3 watches? Or do you want to just sleep and just trust that the crew is going to wake you up if something bad happens?
I'll trust the crew.
Yeah, I think I'd like to trust the crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've been flying with them long enough. I feel like we should know them well enough.
They don't want to die, so I will trust them.
Okay. I'm going to roll with disadvantage. A crew survival check. That's cocked. As you sleep, you get through the night without any issue. It's a 14 and 16 on the dice, so DC was 15. Their survival bonus is 3, so just barely made that. You wake up, ready, rearing to go, and as you walk out on deck, you can now see the full sprawling city of Artemis. You guys are probably about 5,000 feet in the air at this point, starting to make a descent. I will go ahead and show you what that looks like.
Wow.
You see crackles of blue lightning reaching out and breaking through rivers of lava. You look around, and from what you can see in the distance, you see multiple magic circles glowing, and domes put up by what you assume are those magic circles. You see one massive one to the northeast, which all of you would know because you've been told that is the Eldath Sanctuary, which is basically one of the major holy places in the city. You see a massive green magic circle and dome being put up, and what seems that none of the fire or lightning is reaching that dome. You look at the royal palace, it is burnt asunder. There's nothing. Flames, blue flames, lava. From the once proud city that you all knew as the city of peace, it is now a city in pieces. You look around and 2/3 of the city is destroyed.
Eee.
You hear a low humming fire. You take a whiff, and all you smell is burning. It kind of smells, honestly, like cooking meats
Oh.
and burning hair and a mixture of sulfur and noxious gas. You look around and you do spot the Royal Library, and it seems to be held within a dome of some sort of magical capability. You all being aware of who Leon is, you assume that's his doing. You do,
Ping the Royal Library.
but as you come flying in, you're starting to get full view of the city. One thing you do notice is that the one section of the town that is on fire yet still whole is Carrot Town.
Fucking Carrot Town.
Only a quarter of it being destroyed, what seems like in the attack.
Carrot Town prevails.
It is an overwhelming sight to see a city this large, a city this old, being razed to the ground. You see streaks of lava that are definitely not natural. And whatever, you get the sense that whatever did this is huge. But you do come in. Is there any place on this map that you would like to try to approach? Is there anything you want to do as you see this city burning?
I don't know where I would. Yeah.
How many squares does he need to bring this thing in on?
So if you guys want to zoom in, you can see about the size of what the Lily is north of the skyport. You can see a skyship in a boiling vat of lava.
Ah.
That is about the size of your ship. So,
Okay, so we could technically work it.
the Lily's slightly smaller. Each of these squares is about 30 feet. Maybe a little bigger, but yes, you do. That is an option. You look out and there's a dome. What seems to be over the King's Crest Bazaar, the shopping district where Thaddeus, you recognize, is where you bought those love potions at one time.
Oh, let's go back there. I got some stuff to buy.
I don't think they're willing to sell anything right now.
You do see a dome that seems to be as you start to fly over. And so are you trying to fly over and get a sense of where to land, or are you just kind of like putzing, like telling Andrew to putz? Because this is you're in the air. You're about a good maybe 8 to 1,000 feet in the air, but you're getting the full view of the city.
We kind of need to get down there.
Could we land like? How do I ping? Like right in this area somewhere?
You just hold down your. Sorry, I didn't see. Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
can we land on the bridge?
That bridge is covered, so you'd have to break through the covering.
About, like right here by the.
Next to the prison.
Yeah.
You look at the prison. The prison seems pretty on fire, but it is not destroyed. It seems to have avoided catastrophe.
That would give us a path to the Royal Library, possibly, or
Can we quick question?
Know
Can we
about that.
see old Artemis?
From
Like
here,
from where we're at?
you
Yeah.
can see the tree that old Artemis is based out of. You can see that there is a river of lava running to just next to it. You can see it, but it's hard to tell what shape it's in. As far as you know, the giant tree that is part of the section of old Artemis is not on fire right now.
Old Artemis. That's the green area.
That's southeast map.
Lower right. Yeah.
Yeah, lower right of the map.
Oh, there. Okay, I see.
You do see fairly hard parts of what seems to be already cooled obsidian that has formed. I'm going to say make a group survival check for me.
Hey, it's pretty good.
17.
Hey,
Nat 20.
19.
at
Hold on.
20.
I did not get to nat
26.
20.
Oh.
Yay, an ace.
It's not bad for
Yeah.
Leon.
Whoops.
Alara got 25.
25. What'd you get, Ori?
26.
26, 25. Okay. It's a general success. You would get, and along with Leon rolling and the crew rolling, which Leon rolled a 23
Andrew, you mean?
Andrew, thank you.
I was like, why is Leon rolling?
I'm looking at
Yeah, I
I'm
was-
looking at Leon's character sheet right now. That's why I said that.
play.
Leon's on a ventilator, but he's driving the boat.
Ander and the crew rolled kind of shit, like a 13, but that's still passable. And Ander rolled a 23, but of action for landing the ship and getting off the ship on the east side of the city. Or landing in a spot that is fairly safe and cool obsidian. You would also maybe trying to land near Eldath Sanctuary, but the reminder there is a magical dome up that you cannot land on. You get that sense pretty quickly.
Can I reach out to Leon's assistant again and ask them whereabouts is the best place for them? Like, I know he's underground, but is he under the Royal Library or are they somewhere else?
So you ask him that.
Mm-hmm.
Takes another 10 minutes or so for him to get back. You hear kind of chaos in the background as he picks it up. We're underneath the library. Thanks to my master. You'll do anything you can to get here, because there's things we need to discuss, and I don't know the state of what's above ground. We've been under here for over a week. I'd say find the place. If you can find a place close to the library, that would be great. It'd get you here faster and hopefully avoid any conflict, but I don't know. Is there anything going on up there? Can you see anything? Can you see any threats?
It's just a lot of burning.
Burning down the house.
Okay. If I remember correctly, the part of the Royal Plaza is still intact, thanks to Leon and the King. Maybe try to land in the street somewhere, or if you have someone who can steer your ship out of here and find a safer place to land, maybe perhaps in one of the cities to the south. That would be
Okay.
good.
I think Anders people can get us into that street and then get the ship out of range.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we can get dropped off, and then Ander can take the ship somewhere safer.
Does Ander have a rope ladder?
You remember a way. You remember your how you got down to the ground in Keister. You remember miniature magic boats that you boarded, basically like tiny little rowboats, but magic
yeah.
that you could take down to the ground. Those are at your disposal if you want them.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay.
You guys
That's
see
the
my
way to go.
yellow? I'm pinging. This is where I'm thinking we need to land.
Okay. Ander hears all this and like and nods. Vaten, make a perception check. Since I assume you're probably the one keeping out the most, being the most vigilant. A natural one. Okay. Yeah, you look around, you see fire, lava, and smoke.
She's really-
Wow, crazy.
Good
Wow.
job.
What's this shit burning? It's making my head spin.
All right.
Dude,
So, Ander looks at all of you, nods, and starts to head that way. Vaten, since you're generally the most perceptive one, that's why I had you roll. You're looking around, even with a natural one, because it is a 9, but it is a natural 1, so you don't see exactly.
Yep.
You do see movement. Wings coming from the north.
I'm immediately calling that out. Not like yelling, but
Yeah. You notice it over towards the Silver Trap prison is where you notice just the slightest of movements, what looks like wings.
Iceberg dead ahead.
Oh, God.
Whoever wants to on the ship right now, I'm gonna need one person other than Vaten to make a perception check for me.
I
Well, I
might,
have
I
a
might be able to do it because my
+4.
perception I don't think is awful.
I have a +4 to perception.
Let me check mine.
I'm +4.
I have a +5.
Okay, go for it.
Alara should be at least 5, if not
Yeah, Lara has.
higher.
I don't know if Alara has proficiency or perception, but
She has a +6.
No, then have Alara do it.
all right, have Alara roll a perception check for me.
Laura, put the cheese.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
You look. Alara looks. Which would be off the port side of the ship as you start to fly towards the Royal Library. You look north. She looks north, and she does see the wings. It looked to be a younger blue dragon, starting to fly and take flight. She points it out to all of you. With a nat 20, she sees that this dragon is not alone. There is another dragon. A little bit older, a little bit larger. Flying and looks like it's trying to claw and attack at the dome that is covering Eldath's sanctuary. She then looks around more. On the ground, bathing in the lava, she sees another blue dragon. Another blue dragon. There's probably, from her glimpse, all on the ground, all seemingly taking joy in their victory. Anywhere from 40 to 60 different blue dragons, all younger to adult range. Vaten, keeping your eye out with your nat 1. What you didn't notice, coming from behind, you all hear you turn around, and staring at you is an ancient blue dragon following your airship. You catch it just out of the glimpse of your eye. You all then see something humanoid size shoot off the top of it and jump straight into the air. You look up, Vaten, with your passive perception. You see this humanoid-looking person blazing up into the sky wearing what seems to be spiky blue armor. You then start to see a blue energy start to radiate from this person. And they come, boom, hit your center deck, bursting a hole in the center of the top deck. And standing in front of you, as you move closer to the Royal Library, is a man, seemed to be elven-like, holding a halberd in his hand. Full blue, spiky, what looks to be dragon-scaled armor.
Would you say he looked like a man?
He looked like a man. You see pointy ears. And
It's fucking Estinian.
he looks at all of you, smiles, holds out his halberd, and goes to swing at Ori. Everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
We're on the wrong map.
Give me a sec. There you go. So, the person standing in front of
Why
you,
is he looking at me? That's so rude.
you're the biggest threat. So, to give you
He doesn't know me.
a gleam of what this thing, what he looks like.
It is just
It's
stupid.
literally
Where are we standing?
Estinian. It's literally Estinian.
Maybe.
I love you. or he's like, I love you in Final Fantasy 14.
That's such a
You're
huge
so
fan.
cool.
Okay, let me throw some music. He
I
looks
can't
as he swings out to hit Ori. That's a surprise round. He does do.
It's not letting me do it.
Okay, he does
wait.
do 41 points of damage to the boat as he smacks
Oh,
it.
the boat. Okay, it's like holy
As he
fuck.
smacks into the top deck and leaves a hole. Ander looks at him enraged. You just see this anger seep over Ander. I'm trying to pull up many things here. There's that.
Yeah, we get it.
You all also see the dragon he jumped off of stops and is flying, and you hear. Does anybody here speak Draconic?
Yes.
I do.
You two hear the dragon speak and say, "Orion, do you need help with these?" And he turns. You see this guy as he's swinging to hit Ori, which I'm gonna roll that real quick. It's a fucking a lot. That's 27 to hit Ori.
Yep.
Okay. He just smiles and says,
That is.
"I've got this," and he's gonna stab Ori with his halberd
22.
as a surprise round. Ori, you take. Let me find his.
Can you place my token down?
Yeah.
Hands?
Ori, you take 25 points of piercing damage as he stabs you. Ori, you also look at this guy, you size him up. He's as tall as you are. But he stabs you. He pulls out his halberd and then twirls it. And then you see him jump up into the air. Not invoking an attack of opportunity from you, even when he's within your range. You're gonna see him jump over and dive down and cleave down into Elka. using his disarming attack. I assume a 13 doesn't hit you.
It does not.
He lands, looks at you, fuck, and then he's gonna swing his halberd at you for his third attack. That's a 21 to hit.
Oh, barely.
Okay. Since you're the only one right there. Okay, I'm gonna need you to make a strength saving throw, please, as he swings at your legs to try to trip you.
We're missing people on the map.
21.
21, you succeed. You do take 16 points of slashing damage, though. And he just smiles at you. Okay, now I need to roll an issue for Ander. Fucking
You also need to put him on the map, and Thaddeus is not on the map.
Ander's on the map, I think. Right? No, he's not.
Nope. Or Alara.
Alrighty, so Thaddeus would be... where would Thaddeus be? Up near the piano?
Yes, that's
Okay.
kind of where I've been hanging out.
All right, we'll put you there. Alara would obviously be with Ori. Right there. Ander would be at the helm. Ander would use his free action to tell his crew to go under deck and start repairs. So that is the ship's action. Okay, now I need to roll initiative for this guy, because that was all a surprise attack. Oh boy, what is this initiative? It's plus his dex bonus. Okay. Boom. Add turn. "23" is his initiative. And if you keep at the initiative, or you can see his name. But okay, so that is his surprise round. It's now it's the top of the round. Ander rolled like shit for initiative. Still okay, but you rolled a 13.
I know that feel.
Okay. So he's going to look at all of you. I don't know who you are, nor do I care. You can leave, or you can die. Those are your options. He's then going to use his... Which I do need to mark off one thing. Okay. He's then going to use bonus action. He's going to use Dragon's Rage. You're going to see... Okay, you're going to see his... you're going to see his halberd start to emit this light blue glow, and you're gonna see the blade of his halberd start to like harden with like a bluish tint to it. He's then going to stab at you once. That is a... This stab is a... Is that a 19 to hit?
Nope.
Dang. So he goes to stab. You do feel the pressure from whatever magical ability he just used. You can feel the pressure of it start to pierce your adamantine armor, but it doesn't do any damage to you. He's then going to... Shit, you're a tough one. He's going to stab you again. Balls. That is going to be a... It doesn't hit you. It's 14. It's a really high plus to hit, but I'm rolling like shit. All right. He's then going to... next person. And he's going to... actually, he already uses bonus action. He's going to stay where he's at. He's going to try to... He's now going to try to trip you again, Elka. He has 3 attacks during his action. That probably hits you. That's a 23.
Yeah, I guess.
Make strength saving throw for me.
13.
13. You take.
Oh wait,
Sure.
hang on. Do I get to add anything for failing?
Wait, doesn't it? Don't I get an extra dice for that? Oh yeah, I get an extra D8. Oh, well, an extra point. Okay, you take 28 points of slashing damage. And you are, with a failed save, you are knocked prone for until you can use you're knocked prone. You can use half your movement to stand up because it's your turn next. He's then going to sit there and he's going to be engaged with you. It's now your turn.
All right. I'll use half my movement to stand up. And I'm gonna start stabbing.
Stab away. Let's go.
I have a dirty 20 and a 17.
Dirty 20 hits, 17 misses.
Okay. 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll my bonus attack. 21.
21 hits.
And I always forget how many extra 2d6. All right. So you've got 5 piercing, 5 ice damage.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You
That's only 5.
you cut into him. You notice that your weapons are not doing nearly as much damage to him as you thought. And he's just kind of staring at you as you do this to him. So you said 10, then 5, then 5, so 20 total?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. He shrugs it off.
I'm gonna try and in Draconic, I'm gonna say to him, we can be friends. We don't have to do this.
Are you trying to tell the truth or are you trying to lie to him?
I am trying to tell the truth.
Roll a persuasion check.
So that maybe they'll stop attacking, you know? Persuasion. How is a 23?
He kind of We're past that, darling.
All right, action surge.
Cool.
Do it again. All right. I have a dirty 20 and a
Hits
17.
and misses.
Damn it. All right, I'm going to roll my extra attack now also.
Okay.
That's definitely not going to hit because it's less than the other one. So just 7 more damage.
And that's okay. Piercing. Okay.
Piercing.
Cool. Again, he's taking these hits pretty well, and he's just kind of like, huh, kind of tickles.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Is that your turn then, or do you want to try to move?
No.
Okay.
I'm not giving him an opportunity attack.
All right, just making sure.
Do I look stupid to you, Zachary?
You're not stupid, but who knows what Elka would do?
Elka is a little stupid.
All right, so that's your turn. Vaten, you see him in full combat with Elka.
Am I next? Because I'm
Oh wait.
like way down the.
Oh wait, never mind. Your old initiative is on here still for some reason. All right, so in that case, it
Interesting.
is Ori's turn. Ori, they're I don't know how far away they are from you at this point. He's 35 feet from you.
Okay, so can I move here and attack?
Yep. And he's technically flanking, so roll with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, well, Laura's on my head, so she comes with me.
Okay.
That's a net 20 for the first attack. Then we attack again as extra attack. Uh, 29 to hit.
29 hits.
Okay, let me do damage for the first one.
Okay.
I'm hitting with my axe.
Okay. Your axe does slashing and radiant, right?
Yes.
So just give me the normal damage rolls for both. Not double.
Oh, that's... God damn it. So first one's a 44.
So 44 slashing
That's total, then
total. Okay.
minus 5 radiant.
Minus 5. Okay. Gotcha. So it's we'll just take the 44 because that's the actual damage he takes. And he's going to use his reaction to uncanny dodge to even double it, or even half it more. So it's down to 22.
Okay.
So first hit, you got this. You feel like you got the surprise on him to cut into him, but he sees you just in time to duck out of the way of your blade, and it like grazes him. Does damage. You see blood rush out, but where you could have hurt him more, he dodged out of the way of it.
So is he resistant to
He's you now glean that he is resistant to slashing, piercing, and radiant damage.
Okay. That makes it easy for me for the accent, so I don't have to. So, second hit is 47 divided by 2, that'd be 24.
24. Okay.
Then action surge.
Yep.
Say 19 or I rolled a 19, so that's a crit. And the second one is a 25.
25 hits.
Damage for the first one. Uh, 41 damage.
Okay.
Then second hit. $22 damage, and that's already halved.
Okay. So 22 damage.
And
Nice.
then bonus action for my glaive.
Okay.
26 to hit.
26 hits.
Is he immune to, or is he resistant or immune to lightning?
You hit him and find out.
Okay. I rolled a 4 for lightning.
Okay.
Total is going to be 40. Wait, hold on. Uh, 23 damage. That's all halved.
It's all halved. Yeah,
Yeah.
you cut into him with your glaive, and you immediately see him shirk off the lightning damage as well. He is.
Okay.
So you said that's 4 lightning damage.
Yeah.
You realize he took no damage from the lightning. He is immune.
Okay, so then it's
So
19 damage.
19
I think.
damage. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
And that'll be it.
Okay. His confidence is waning a little bit, getting as most people's confidence is after getting cleaved into by Ori. But he's still standing strong. Okay. That is Ori's turn. He's not going to use his one and only legendary action. You're going to see him look around, realize he's in kind of a shitty position. You're going to see him take off into the sky and jump up. And then you're going to see him come barreling right back down in between Ori, Elka, and Alera. And he's going to slam down into the ship, which does... I'm going to need Ori, Alera, and Elka, as well as anybody within a 20-foot radius of him. Saying, I think you're far enough away. Yeah, you are. And the captain's far enough away. And yeah, okay. So just Elka, Ori, and Alera to make a dexterity saving throw. As he slams into the ship, doing...
Uh, 17.
Okay.
19 for Alera. And dirty 20 for me.
Okay, you all succeed, so you take the half damage, and you're not knocked prone. Oh, sorry, no, that's the wrong... you're not stunned. So 28... 3... You all take half of 43 lightning damage. So that would be 21. You all take 21 lightning damage.
43 is exactly how many hit points I have left, so I'm glad that I didn't fail that.
The ship takes the top deck of the ship takes another 43 points of damage.
I'm starting to hurt a little bit.
But he's then going to look around at all of you. Still alive, huh? Resilient. And that's going to be his legendary action. But that's the end of...
No, that was all of it.
Okay. That's right. You moved. That's right. You moved all the way across. That's right. All right. That is his turn, which you would slam kind of in the center if I could put him in the center of you guys, but he's basically going to be in the same place as he slams down. Okay, that is that. Thaddeus, it's your turn. Todd, it's your turn, buddy.
Sorry. I heard you. I was just long day.
I understand.
What can I attack and
The only
have to be ranged?
the only assailant on the boat is this guy, who's done a number on Elka and hurt Ori a good amount.
How many spaces are there? What's each one of these spaces? Is that?
That's 5 feet each. You could technically get to right there and shoot down at him. which you would get sneak attack because he's engaged with Alka and Ori right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right here and use a sneak attack.
Okay. So you roll with advantage as well because he's engaged with. He doesn't know where you are. He doesn't know. He honestly doesn't even realize you're on the boat. He rolled really shit on his perception. Actually, no, wait. Roll a stealth check for me, just regular stealth check, because he rolled his perception. I know the number. Since you're the only sneaky one on the in the party.
So,
22, yeah, he doesn't know you're there. So yeah, you roll with roll with advantage. 18 just misses. You shoot at him, and it reflects off his armor and immediately looks right at you.
oh, and my phone just told me that, so I duck.
Okay. So you duck down. So are you using your bonus action to hide?
Yeah.
You can do that. Okay. So roll stealth check again. We're gonna see if he sees you. He rolls with advantage because he saw where it came from. Okay. Let's 18 plus. What is his perception? It'd only be his wisdom modifier, right? Oh no, he's proficient in perception. Yeah. You shoot and duck down right as he looks at you. Does not see where you are. You have successfully hid from him. For now. But that's your turn. And it's now the captain's turn. He's going to use his bonus action to rip both levers down to so the wheel doesn't turn, and he is going to step up to the railing and yell out, "This is my fucking ship, you dickhead!" And he's going to grab a dagger and throw it at the guy because that's the only range attack he has, at least on him right now. He does have a gun, but it's not on him technically. It's a natural 20 with a dagger throw, so get to double a d4. Let's fucking go.
Hey, every little bit helps.
One double of 1 is still 2. So it's 2 plus his dex modifier, which is plus 4. So takes another 6 points of piercing damage. It sticks into his armor. He looks at it. The fuck? Doesn't do as much damage as all of you have figured out. Anders gonna basically use his free action. Fuck you! And that is his turn. It's Alara's turn. What does Alara want to do?
I wonder if I should heal or do something funny. Alara's gonna cast polymorph on him.
Cool. Isn't that a touch spell?
No, it's
No, it
range.
is not.
Range?
It's
All right,
save
what's the save on it?
Wisdom save DC or wisdom 17 DC.
17? Okay. What is Alara going to turn him into?
Oh my god, it's gotta be a rat.
Okay, so Rat has 1 hit point, just so you're aware.
When this happens, Alara is gonna say, please do not hit him anymore.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Have her make a performance check to see if anybody hears her in the basically in the act of combat, as well as fire roaring up from the bottom and a lot of noise going on right now. Let's see if anybody be performance against
for-
everybody's passive perception is what it's going to be.
Oh, she has a +2, so natural 20, so that'd be a 22.
Jesus Christ, Nate, you're rolling like a maniac tonight. Okay, I believe everybody hears that. So yeah, everyone hears that. And you just watch this large man with a lot of fearsomeness in his eyes. I was not expecting you to turn him into a rat, so give me a second as I grab a rat token.
You just take my JPEG from my Discord.
Turn him into a nice little rat.
And the spell lasts, let me double check.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So you've polymorphed him.
Concentration.
You've polymorphed him out of combat, essentially.
Actually, the duration is 1 hour.
Duration's
Oh,
1 hour.
sorry,
yeah.
right. Yep.
And does it say anything about him making the save after he's polymorphed? No, he's just polymorphed for an hour.
He's just polymorph for an hour.
You guys are out of combat.
Well,
I'm gonna jump on him and grab the rat.
Wait.
He's
Hold on.
he's still of the mental capacity and natural instinct to run away. So as you try to run and grab him, you gotta
I'm gonna try grab him too.
roll dexterity checks against his roll.
Nat 20.
He nat 20'd as well. Against a rat stat though. So what's your total?
24.
What the fuck? Rats have really, really, really great dexterity.
Have you not had seen a rat
Also
in person?
Also 24.
Are we looking at the same rat?
Oh, I'm looking at giant rat. Rat.
He's indeed not a giant rat.
No. Okay,
No.
no. Rats have an 11 dexterity. So that's just a 20. You are able to grab him, grappling him, which doesn't do any damage. Being very careful not to do that. Well,
I'm just gonna toss him straight into one of my bags of holding.
no.
you're gonna
Oh, that's
toss.
a terrible idea.
You're gonna toss
That's
a
a
live
terrible
creature into a bag
He's
of
an
holding.
enemy.
Wait.
That's
Let me
still
put
a
the
terrible
description.
idea.
Let me put the description of polymorph in.
Okay.
All right, fine. I won't.
There it is.
I mean, theoretically, you could try to throw him into the pit of lava.
True. You feel a Elka, as he's in your hands, you feel a slight energy. You see a slight blue energy start to vibrate off of him as he's a rat, but he's still a rat. But you feel this energy coming off of him. Okay, but he's a rat.
Right. I mean, do I understand what that energy is?
Mm,
Because out of character, I think I might know what it is, but in character, I don't know if I would recognize it.
it would be a very, very, very high DC Arcana check. So roll an Arcana check if you want to try to understand what that is.
I don't know if this.
3, so that's a no.
No, he's just vibrating this weird blue energy coming off of him.
He can only do actions that a rat can do. By the way, I don't know if that would.
Yeah. So he can try to bite, and he has the if I remember correctly, he has all of the same Fuck.
Can't speak, can't cast
Nope.
spells.
He's-
take any other actions.
Right
That require hands.
That's
or
the difference
feet.
between
between wild
that's
shape.
the
So
difference
his
between polymorph.
okay,
He has the rat's mental stats too.
right, but he does have a 10 wisdom, and
True.
that is his that is the stat he needs for what he does. So you do feel the blue glow and energy coming off of him. I was checking that if that was an intelligence based or wisdom based. Is wisdom based.
Well, if it's a spell, he can't do it. I
It's
don't know
not a
if that
spell.
would
It's not a
work.
spell.
Okay, I
It's
was just making sure.
yeah. It is a natural occurring.
It's a dragoon feat.
Okay. Does anyone have tiny rat-sized shackles to put on this guy?
No.
But make a perception check for me, and instead of putting it in chat, oh well, never mind. Roll again, and put it in and DM it to me, please.
Yep.
Okay. All of you are focused on trying to secure this rat. Go ahead.
I would like to turn and look at the dragon because there was a dragon there.
Yes, and that you all witnessed the dragon fly off.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
You look around with that roll. It's the second one of the night, man. You look around with that roll. Not seeing much.
1 second.
Yep. Oh, headphones dying.
Oh, come on now.
So all of you are trying to get this rat to just it's gonna try to bite you guys.
I missed anything you said after second one of the night.
I stopped talking whenever you said hold on. I assumed your headphones were dying.
Yep.
Who's holding the rat? Elka?
I am.
It rolled a. That's funny. Wait? It's your AC is 20, right?
Yes.
So the only way it can hit you is if it rolls a 20 because it's +0 to hit for its bite attack. So I rolled a 19, so it tries to bite into your armor, and it's just his teeth can't get into your hand.
I'm just gonna look at it and be like, calm down. Like, so he thinks I guess is he basically a rat at this point?
He is a rat for an hour. He is
Okay. So
but he's emanating this blue glow though. That's the only thing you know right now.
I'm just gonna scratch his head.
You're scratching his head.
He'll revert back to its normal
HP
carryover, which is he'll just lose 1.
He has 1 HP.
Okay, well I'm gonna scratch his like a little pet him, not scratch to attack.
No, I understand what you're.
I think if you attack the rat though, any damage you do to the rat gets transferred to the real form.
Yeah,
so if you did 24 hit points worth of damage on the rat, it'd take 1, die, and then he'd get 23 points when he reverts to his normal form.
So can I say a strategy above board?
Sure, I don't care.
To explain. So could we all ready in action to hit it at the same time?
Because he is polymorphed, and because he is helpless. Now, if you try to put him down, he will try to run away. So if you find a way to tie him down and make it so he cannot move and cannot escape.
Tie him around this pole.
If all we have a cage on the ship.
Is there a cage?
Like a small animal cage.
Make an investigation check. If someone wants to help you out, you can roll with advantage or they can roll themselves. Anders starts to bring the ship farther along. Now that
I have a hunting trap in my inventory. What would that entail?
That is a bear trap. That's a bear trap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, not like that.
That will do that would do two. I think it's 2d8 piercing damage when it hits something. So
yeah. Well, I rolled a 14 to look for a trap.
That'd be a great way to have a pissed off person that just got turned into a rat to have a trap against his leg. Yeah.
I think we should all just hit him at the same time.
I could do Bardic Inspiration on every party member, except for 2.
I don't even need to smack him. I can do it from a distance.
Point of order. He rolled a 2 on his save. So, yeah.
I'm those purple mushrooms. Will he try to eat them?
If you roll high enough, he's a rat. He can't discern. He does have wisdom, but his intelligence is 2. So
I'm gonna try to feed him those.
No.
Whoa, hang on.
No. If that does any damage, he just reverts back.
You're trying to feed a toxic mushroom to a tiny creature. With your basic intelligence, you could understand that might be a bad idea.
Okay.
I think
Everybody
just
get ready to
bombarding him with
strike the-
attacks was a good
Everybody-
idea.
Yeah.
I've got my own plan. Everybody strike
I-
the rat, and I'm gonna cast.
Hold on. Before that
we do
happens,
this,
Because he's still got rat armor, according to the spell.
Yeah, his. I mean, It's easy enough to look up. His AC's 10. He has 1 HP right now.
I don't need him to do anything.
But after
But
the
it-
first hit, he would go back to having his normal AC and back to his HP. Minus whatever the damage is. But yes, you all are out of combat, so if you want to do any healing, you want to do any...
Yeah, can someone heal me? I'm like really hurt.
yeah, I can heal you.
Take 14. Take 14.
I'm gonna stand back a bit to where I was before. For
I'll
this.
also heal Elka.
How much HP are you missing?
A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
fuck
have
up.
83 and I was at 22.
Oh,
So
Alara's
math that.
gonna. That spells concentration, so she can't cast anything.
Here you go. Yeah. 25.
Okay. Faten, you're looking around. You see the dragons. The ones you've already clocked. The ones that are bathing in the lava and enjoying themselves.
Is there a way we could feed it to the dragon?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, except you'd have to try to convince the dragon not to eat you as well.
That is true, but if one of us speaks Draconic and we do animal
Two of
handling,
us do.
yeah,
I mean,
do-
Worst
Do
comes to worst, we just throw him in the lava.
I do think the throwing in the lava idea is pretty good.
I think
is a good
I think
idea.
him exploding
like
inside of
it.
a dragon is a really funny idea.
Yeah, him getting eaten by a dragon is hilarious.
He'll take like.
Oh
one
my
point of
god!
damage.
What if I I think I still have one of those vials of wyvern poison.
No.
What if I strap?
No, don't do any poison. It won't do enough
No.
damage.
No, he's gonna strap it to the rat and then feed it to the dragon.
to the dragon.
Yeah, but dragons are kind of intelligent. They might know.
They're blue dragons. They're not intelligent.
Yeah, just look at Aiko's pet.
That's a baby one.
Dragons can speak. I imagine that they
Do we-
might be.
Do we still have a stone to the red dragon?
Yeah,
You do.
Yeah.
Leon has it actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You gave it to Leon.
Oh yeah, because.
Wait, does anyone have any portal spells?
Not this
No.
level.
Nah, I figured not, but
And I don't have any more potions of love.
No.
Damn it.
I mean, I do
mean,
have
potions of mind control.
Um,
I do have Dimension Door.
can I have someone make a perception check for me?
Not me, for the love of God.
Alara,
I have,
do
yeah,
it.
do Alara or Vaten.
I was gonna
Oh,
say I don't
natural
want to because
20.
I've been.
That's not
That's
a
not a
16, Todd.
natural.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw 20, damn it. Shut up.
Only when it's green.
Can multiple of us do the perception check?
I only want one person.
Okay,
Todd
fair enough.
already did it.
Todd
so-
already did it.
That yeah.
Look around. You see the dragons. They don't pay any mind to you. The ones down below. You have this rat. It seems like you went from intense combat to just blink of an eye. Nothing's happening other than the destruction around you.
Now
I
we're
had
trying to-
I had a question.
Sure.
If I broke the rat's neck, according to chat, would that transfer over to breaking his neck?
You could certainly try. Actually, roll an intelligence check, Ori.
Yeah.
Roll an
I was
intelligence check. We'll go.
Wait, does Ori have internet?
What?
access?
What?
Technically,
How
it is
drunk are you?
it is metagaming.
I'm
Technically,
not drunk.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
actually not
if
drunk.
it's metagaming, I won't even consider it. But
It is. You're reading the chat. Yeah.
I just thought it was a good idea. I mean, I don't have to do it.
I'm still team throw him in the lava.
Okay, hold on. Quick question.
Throwing him in lava is a good idea.
But-
You guys.
Okay, quick-
You guys feel a shake from the left side. You don't see anything.
We
Continue.
gotta figure something out soon.
Okay,
but-
quick
I think
question.
lava-
What are-
just attacking him all at once is like the perfect idea.
Can I ask what in the world like the blue gashes are?
Oh,
It's
down
so-
below. Make a
Yeah.
nature check.
Okay.
Yeah.
With my nature of 1. Oh.
Woo!
Hey.
Beef, you're so smart.
Yeah, I know nature.
My nature's actually pretty good.
Sorry. Let me
I'm
grab
starting
this.
to think that lava looks pretty good.
All right. 19 nature. You glean that this is probably from the attack of a blue dragon. A big one. Really big.
But it's not like a substance or anything.
No, it looks like charred blue marks of lightning.
Okay.
You will feel a shake from the left side.
Again, or
No, this is the same one. Just Beep wanted to ask. As Beep's looking over, trying to understand what these are.
All right, we need to kill this guy.
Yeah, I think.
all right.
Okay. Let's just all do the gang up on him strategy.
As
Okay,
you go
hold
to
on. Hold on, we need to tie him up first.
as you go to do that, none of you noticed, even with the 20 from Thaddeus, you feel who's on the left side of the ship? Anybody?
Currently just Thaddeus.
Thaddeus.
Yeah.
It's mid deck.
Oh shit! Am I dead again?
No, not yet.
I'm pretty much center, so
Right. You feel on the left side of the port side of the ship.
Iceberg!
And you see a shimmer of light start to unenvelop. You see what looks to be an ancient blue dragon, same one that you saw earlier, become uninvisible
Oh boy.
and put
Uh-oh.
both
the
claws onto, and it's slightly bigger than that. Put both claws onto the side of the ship and just smile at all of you. I'll take my
Throw the-
friend back, please, he'll say in broken common.
How high are we?
You're about a couple hundred feet in the air. You're going to see
take him back.
he's looking right at the rat Ori and Elka have in their hands. They're trying to tie up right now. You all look and you see his chest start to light up blue. And you start to smell like almost, you guys have never smelt it before because you've never fought a blue dragon, but for all of you sitting at the quote unquote table, you smell what smells like an electrical fire
Oh boy.
start to burrow up. I'm going to need
you know it would be fucking hilarious.
Throw him over the side now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's he gonna
Yeah.
do? He has to save his master, right?
he's gonna aim right at. You're gonna feel the pulse of blue energy start to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and off the rat. I'm gonna need Vaten, Ori, Alara, Elka, and Beep, along with your gnome. Clovis, to all make a dexterity saving throw, please.
And then shortly after that, I'm gonna try to polymorph him.
Fly out of this thing's mouth, right at all of you. Nat 20, 24. Oh my god, what is happening with roll 20? It's like glitching out. Oh boy, this is too many dice for me to roll.
Clovis rolled a nat 20.
Woo.
25. Oddly enough, everyone except for Alara save.
That means I failed too.
Oh, Vaten fails as well. Is this?
I'll absorb elements.
Okay.
I will also do the same.
14,
Can I
17.
throw the rat towards the dragon's mouth?
I mean, technically, the rat has to save.
This is a surprise round, so technically you don't have a reaction, so you cannot do
Okay.
that.
Doesn't the rat have to save too?
The rat auto fails. He wants
Oh.
this.
Oh yeah, because it's
Great.
grappled.
Yeah, it auto fails. It's grappled. 16, 19, 27 plus. Oop, there goes the D10. 37, 42,
Bargain, I think you're right.
57,
I'm trying to think of what mod that or what expansion that was.
58. Another.
I'm thinking Lich King.
That's two
Yeah,
ones. You guys are lucky
There's an
as
undead
fuck.
damage.
You guys are lucky as fuck.
We know.
16. Ha, nice. 69 points of lightning damage.
Oh,
For those of you that saved,
Or-
for those of you that saved, you take half. So that's 34 points of lightning damage to all who saved. So Vaten, fail. You take 69 points of
Yep.
lightning damage. Beep, success. Ori, success. Elka, success. Alara, fail.
she's gonna absorb elements to take half.
Okay, so she takes 34 points of lightning damage. Alara and Vaten. Alara gets blown off of Ori's head. She smacks into the side of the guardrail.
Does
Uh,
the cheese block protector?
She takes 5 more points of bludgeoning damage as she smacks into Vaten. You also take 5 more points of bludgeoning damage as it smacks you down to the ground, and you just poof, hit off the ground hard. The
So
rat.
If I can't do a reaction, then I'm out.
Yeah, I guess you're unconscious then. The rat
Yep.
turns into the guy again. And you see him stand, look and smile, start to catch himself. You see his eyes turn white. Ori and Elka just getting hit by this. You feel smoke coming off of both of your fur, but you see a little, what looked to be part of his armor, but it is a little gem on his armor break. And he immediately looks at all of you, smiles. Thanks, old friend. And he's going to use his leap ability to jump out of the area you guys are in, not invoking an attack of opportunity. And as he jumps up, you're going to see him spread out his arms, bleeding profusely and charred. And you're going to see wings, blue dragon wings, shoot out of his back. You're going to see him glide over to his dragon friend. Land on.
Before he gets out of range,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast heat metal on his armor.
It doesn't invoke. Wait, is that a touch spell?
No.
So as he's flying by, you're gonna try to hit him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How can he not have an attack of opportunity?
Because of his leap ability gives him the ability to jump out of a situation without invoking an attack of opportunity.
so creatures. I have Sentinel, and so they provoke opportunity attacks, even if they take. Well, it does disengage.
So
That-
technically, this is a form of it is the leap ability. It does not provoke a reaction. So technically, even if it did, you'd be able to use your Sentinel. So you can't even hit him. He just jumps up out of the way faster than the speed of light, and just and lands on the dragon's head. Yells out
Make
to.
a sneak attack once he's landed on the head.
You can try to hit him. Heat metal. It's a save, isn't it?
Yeah. It is in the chat for you.
Sorry, is a con save?
Or drop it. And if you don't drop it,
It's a 17.
that's what he rolled?
Yeah.
So yeah, he made it.
He still takes half damage, right?
From what I'm aware of.
Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage. Until the spell ends, you could use a bonus action subsequent turns to cause damage. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. Sorry, choose manufactured metal object. Oh, this is not
He
metal
takes
armor.
I'll cast it on his spear then,
Okay,
or halberd.
Albert. So you're aiming for his halberd. So he made the save. I'm just trying to see. So must succeed on
So he
or drop it.
holds
Okay.
on to it. Yeah.
So he
He takes the damage but holds on to it.
roll 2d8 damage. 2d8 fire damage. This could be big.
Okay.
He's flying through the air. This is as he's flying through the air with his hand.
7?
7 points of damage. He looks at it and he grits his teeth and holds on to it as he makes his way over to the top of the dragon's head.
Okay.
So he looks over you. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again. And he will look down at his at the dragon. Quebexis, let's get out of here. And you're gonna see the ancient dragon start to flap its wings and start to create a wind that is hitting all of you in the face. I believe that is an actual ability. I have to check because it is an ancient. Oh, hold on. So it isn't, but no, it is a legendary action, but he doesn't have one right now. I'm actually gonna need yeah. As he goes to take off, I'm gonna need every single person on this ship, except for Va10, because he's technically knocked the fuck out. To make to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that could be bad.
Oh no!
Well, Beep's gonna fall to his death. See you later, guys.
Oh my god! All these great. You guys rolled great for the fucking breath attack, but this is not going well for you.
Well, I need to roll for him.
Listen, we're not smart or wise.
Andrew makes a
Yeah,
save.
we don't have any wizards here.
Ori just makes a save.
This is for my dog.
He fails.
God, Alera's a +9. Jesus.
It's
Christ.
to wisdom save. Jesus. Druids, man.
Yup.
And what does she get?
I'm rolling now. Oh, it's a 20 as well.
Okay, you and her both make it. Just make it. Everyone else, you feel a seeping gut feeling of dread and fear as the dragon beats its wings and stares at you with crackling lightning still coming out of its mouth. You are afraid of this creature for the next 24 hours. So you can't even look at it. If you look at it, if you try to attack it, you can try to attack it, but your attacks will be at disadvantage, including anything in his direction. So Thaddeus, do you still want to shoot at the guy that's sitting on his? Do you still want to try to lob a shot, even though you're freaking out over the dragon?
Well, was I freaking out I shot before he did this shit, so
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and roll then.
I don't know if I'll hit anything. All right.
He does get, because he's on the dragon.
Is Thaddeus still hidden?
Technically, yes. So you can roll the band. Actually, he's not engaged with anything. So the 24. So he does get half cover because he's on the back of a dragon's head. His AC is 19 plus 5, right? A 5. 24 just hits him. Roll for damage. You get sneak attack as well.
8 and sneak attack.
Full roll on
Ooh,
that.
max
Ooh,
damage.
max damage. Well, one of the dice
not
was a
max,
max
but-
damage, yeah.
Oh.
It's 4d6. He rolled a 6 on one of them. You shoot as they go to take off, and you become afraid of this dragon, but you see your bolt make purchase with his clavicle, and he falls down on the top of the dragon's head, unconscious, as the dragon takes off into the air.
He can't hold on.
He's on the head of the dragon.
He can't hold on.
We're gonna see if the dragon catches him as he falls off. Needs to make a
Oh, yeah.
dexterity check.
He's gonna fall into the
God, I hope
fire.
he drops him. That'd be so funny.
That would be so funny,
Throw him
but
into the lava.
Falls
that
into
doesn't
the
that
lava.
doesn't happen, unfortunately, though.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Boo.
He rolled a 19. I'm
Unfortunately.
sorry. All right.
We're not sorry. Don't lie to us.
Well, if he's
I'm-
unconscious.
he's
Yeah,
a-
he's
so he falls off. He falls off as he falls down, and you see his dragon be like, literally, if a dragon, if the dragon doesn't say anything, but you see the face of fuck, and he grabs him up with his talons and flies off.
Wait, now when the dragon does that, do I get another attack of opportunity?
You don't get an attack of
At the
opportunity.
dragon.
You don't get an attack of opportunity because he's not engaged with anybody.
And we're also fucking scared of him.
You're also afraid of him now. So, you can, as he's flying off, he's now taking off at, what's his fly speed? 80
Shit,
feet.
Can I have thrown like a javelin or something as he's midair? I don't know.
You can now, I'm going to say you see him flying away. If you want to try to lob shots or try to throw something at him from this far away, you can roll an attack with disadvantage, try to hit the dragon.
Oh, I forgot. I put that bolt in that special potion.
Oh, hold on. If he's doing that, I'm gonna give Ori a bardic inspiration.
I still have javelins, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's the distance on the javelin? Like max distance, because I know you're going to be rolling with disadvantage regardless, but what's the max distance for a
I'm
javelin?
pretty sure it's over, but let me double check.
You're at like 110 feet right now away from him.
111.
120.
The
Is
normal
max range
max
for a
range
javelin.
of a javelin is 150.
According to the ones you have, that's right, because they're technically...
Oh,
Yeah, make an attack with disadvantage to see if you can try to hit the dragon from here.
I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, so add a
I'm
D...
trying to hit the guy.
Oh, and in the hand... Oh, that's going to be a really high AC. You're trying to hit a specific part of a dragon flying away.
What's the guy? I'm not trying to hit the dragon.
Okay, you're trying to hit the guy. He's in his hand, flying away. You're rolling with disadvantage. The AC, because he is fully covered by this dragon's hand, and you're trying to aim for the hand at this far away. I'm gonna set an AC, which this would bring him down to 2 failed death saves in this dragon's hand. The AC that you're trying to hit is a 27.
I rolled 110.
Well, I'm giving him a D8. So
And so you're throwing a javelin, adding your dexterity bonus to it.
Can I use my strength, or are javelins all dex?
I'm pretty sure javelins are ranged weapons, so I believe we're pretty sure there's dex, right?
javelins are strength.
All right, well then add your strength modifier.
And
Or-
can I throw
And-
another one as extra attack? It's
Sure.
up to you. Okay.
Sure, you can throw 2 of them, but he will be getting farther away, and he'll be just within range of your javelin throw by that
Okay,
time.
so I'm gonna roll for the first one.
add the D8.
Plus the D8. So if you roll a nat 20 on disadvantage, plus your 6, which is your strength, plus it's possible. This is why I'm letting you do it.
So I rolled an 18 and a 19, so that's plus. So that'd be a 24.
Now
And what was the AC?
roll. It's a 20.
The AC is 27,
roll.
so you gotta roll a D8.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll roll a D8 now. It's another plus 8.
you. Actually, his fly speed is 80, so by the time you could get another throw out, rules is written.
Yeah, I'll
you-
take the one.
You just out of full pissed off anger getting smacked by this dragon's breath and by this guy just kind of coming in and ruining your party.
It's like Ares throwing that fucking big stone spike
just-
at Kratos.
You all afraid to look at the dragon. You just watch Ori just haul back in Olympic level athleticism, just shoo, throw that javelin. You see it twisting through the air. It's like the Black Arrow in The Hobbit. And as it spins in the air, it catches an updraft from the lava, underneath, and it just arcs perfectly into the cracks of this blue dragon's fingers, and shoot, you see it stick just far enough away, but you just see it stick into the gut of this person, and he is now on 2 failed death saves. That was
I'm just gonna look at Ori and be like, I'm really glad you're on our side.
Hey, he wouldn't have done it without beep.
I was about to ask you for that.
Yeah,
by
what'd
the
you
way.
do actually? I want to know what you did was it inspiration?
Yeah, how did you inspire Ori, out of curiosity?
Was it the kazoo? Please tell me it was the kazoo.
Yes, it's the kazoo.
Oh hell yeah.
No, it was the rod.
Oh
No, no, no. He's just gonna do.
Oh my god. So yeah,
I felt pumped in that moment.
they fly out of distance, but the ship is still. It can still be flown. Has taken massive damage just from a lightning breath, as well as 2 massive blows to the top deck. Vaten is still
wants to know if
currently
she got more attack.
before we end tonight. Vaten is still currently unconscious on like face first on the
There's
top
no
deck.
run over.
I'm gonna
There's
go.
no run over and heal.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal as well.
He's already
Thank
rolling
you.
death saves for me in the background. So
Yeah, I'm healing him right now, level 4. There
okay.
you go.
I'm gonna use that tubular thing that I stick in his mouth that gives the healing.
Stop,
was,
Todd.
What was
I'm
that
gonna
again?
punch Todd in the nuts. I mean Thaddeus in the nuts.
If you want to.
1d4 plus-
No, I'm talking about what are you guys are so bad. I'm talking about
What?
the healing potion that
I'm gonna stick this tubular thing in his mouth.
I'm a paramedic. That's what I
I'm just gonna ejaculate a potion into his mouth.
You're gonna use Ray Pierre, just stick it in his mouth.
Yeah, just
Oh, that's 7 points of healing to Vlad 10.
Okay, so 7 more points. So Vaten wakes up
Alrighty.
charred. All of you are charred except for Zane and Thaddeus and Ander up top.
do I get charred
You're
as a
you're still smoking a little. You still have fur. It's not like you're resistant to the lightning damage or anything.
I know, I'm resistant to fire.
But yeah, no, you smell a little smoke coming off of your fur. Anybody who has fur smells a little bit of.
Stop, drop, and
Or-
roll.
Or my fur is just kind of singed up.
Yeah, it's
and starts
poofed
getting
out.
More
Let's
scales.
see if he lives.
Oh my god. I just had wine from Portugal go up my nose.
Okay, so Vaten, you wake up. Anders just kind of wide-eyed, looking at the smoke starting to billow from his ship. From the lightning breath of this ancient blue dragon. I rolled like shit on those damage die, by the way.
Good.
It could have been so much worse. So much worse.
You have to throw overpowered enemies at us to compensate for your awful rolls.
Yeah,
Literally,
that's
sometimes it
brutal.
feels like that. Yeah.
That's got to be worth at least 3 levels.
There's also this bull in your party that likes to hit things really, really hard. So I have to balance out like fight balancing with Ori is a fucking nightmare. But I brought it upon myself. I know I did. All
I
right,
think Elka needs to switch to a big 2-handed weapon.
that'd be
Or he's just
sick.
gonna
After
start
Ori.
throwing javelins now from a distance.
The bunny with a claymore.
Just like
the fact that Ori's just good at everything, man. He's just everything physical. They're just fucking yeeting a javelin 120 feet
That was
away.
fucking sick. I love that actually.
That's so
Hey,
cool.
what about
With the
my
kazoo
shot?
playing in the background.
you did good too, Todd.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what put him in a position. To
Right?
seriously,
Like
that was a
that-
great shot. Yeah. But
The
Ander
fucking combination of the arrow and the javelin.
Ander just kind of assesses the situation, realizes the ship can be salvaged. It's not like damage beyond repair, but the mast is on fire. You can see that a little bit, starting to smoke up a little bit. The sail is slightly on fire, starting to have some few like holes burn into it. All of you immediately gather these ships the ships that you saw that were damaged, the damage that you're seeing on the ship is very similar. But you do make your way over to the section of area you want to land in, which is, you look around and there are no, if we're looking here, I put you guys in the right map, I did. If you're looking here, you look around, there are no dragons in that area right at the second. So
That's where I wanted to land to start with.
well, that's where Ander was aiming for, but then you got assaulted by a man riding a dragon, and
Fucking Mirak.
he brings the ship in. Ander kind of like starts to grab the smaller boats that you guys have ridden on once before, and start to bring them out of their storage apparatus. He throws my, all right, well, let's Alex, brother, I'd head south, get the ship out of here, make sure you get repairs done. All the gold you need for that should be in my chambers. Get it fixed. I will, and he'll put a stone in his hand, which all of you would recognize as a sending stone. I'll call for you whenever we know what's going on. And as all of you go to climb into the rowboats to go down towards this greenish dome that is covering the Royal Library in these tiny little makeshift magic boats. That's where we're on tonight's session.
There's a nuclear
Yeehaw.
explosion.
All of you die. So, another point of order. An ancient dragon's lightning breath attack is 16d10.
So we instantly die.
Some of you may have. If I rolled straight
Yeah.
tens across the board. Luckily for you, I count 6 ones in that damage roll.
Whew.
So, but all of you are alive, and some of you charred. A little bit worse for wear, but you do make your way down. Thanks for playing.
My
Yeah.
fingers survive.
They are made out of wood. But
They are in the magical glove, though.
they're in a magical glove, and you also didn't get hit by the lightning breath, so you are fine. I'll be right back. All right, everyone, that should do it for me. A lot of things that they need to work out. I'm excited to see what happens next week. Next week is I need to check my dates because it's May. That's right. Sometime in May I'm going to be going on vacation to go to a wedding. So we won't have streams then, but as we get closer to the dates, I will let you guys know. But anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will catch you guys next week.